guys, welcome to my channel again. Today we're gonna be talking about confidence. What a beautiful tool that allows us to live our life just to the max and be able to communicate and have beautiful relationships with the people around us and grow and succeed. But it's one of those things that it doesn't always come so easily. But I have some great news to share today, because it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, nothing like that. I have some 9 tools that can help you, can help me in our journey as we continue to grow, to be more and more confident and powerful as we go through life. So first of all, we're going to start by defining confidence. Confidence is our ability to walk in the room without having to compare ourselves to anybody else. Yep, so it's not like we're walking in the room talking loudly or drawing attention to ourselves, but rather we're able to walk in a particular room and just knowing, being able to be comfortable in our own skin, and being able to recognize that I am not more than anybody else, and I am not less than anybody else, and I am more than enough. I'm more than adequate, and being able to love myself. And we all know, if we're able to love ourselves, then that projects in our environment, and that it's able to attract beautiful things into our lives. So that's what confidence is, and the good news to that is we can all create it. It's not something that we're born with, it's something that we build along the way throughout the years as we grow up. And so now we're going to talk about 9 ways we can all work in building our confidence in our day-to-day. Step number 1, we're going to pay attention to our physiology. So yeah, we all know a person who's confident, right? When you walk in, you stand up straight, not like this, like I was just doing. Yeah, you walk in straight. You're gonna be able to enunciate your words. You're gonna be able to speak clearly. You're gonna be able to put a nice smile when you're talking. We're not looking down. We're not looking to the side. We're standing straight, looking forward, doing eye contact, putting a nice smile, and that's paying attention to your physiology. And breathing normal. So, because sometimes we're able to notice a person who doesn't feel good about themselves by the way they breathe. Their breathing becomes very shallow, right? So you want to breathe comfortably, you want to enunciate your words, speak clearly, do eye contact. Pay attention to physiology. Second thing that we can do as at a personal level, just make it a habit of celebrating ourselves. Every little thing that you do, every little accomplishment that you do, be able to acknowledge that and celebrate that by yourself. Because when we're able to become aware of our accomplishments, that really makes us feel good about ourselves, and it helps us project better. Other thing is, we need to learn to have a little fun and not be so much of a perfectionist. That is something that I have had to learn along the ways, because I was one of those people who was always so, being such a perfectionist with everything I did. But that's such an overkill, and that's such a bad thing, because it kind of ruins the fun. So just be able to loosen up a little bit. Do not be such a perfectionist, and enjoy yourself a little bit. Okay, all of that is going to help you with our confidence. The other thing is step number 4, learn a new skill. Sometimes when we are in comfort zone, that kind of keeps us stagnant, and it keeps us from developing our confidence. So when we're able to learn a new skill and we're able to be good at it, then that gives us a sense of confidence. And that's even more the case when we learn a new instrument, or we learn how to play music, because the fact that we're able to express our emotions through music, that also helps us with our self-love and our self-respect. And that's science. There's actually studies that show people who play instruments and who actually are able to sing or play an instrument. They actually it actually helps them grow in their confidence. The other thing we can do, work on our self-appearance and on smelling good. When we work in our appearance and smelling good, it makes us feel better. The next step would be working out. I think this is not a secret. People who work out, they feel better, and because they feel better with physiologically speaking, they're able to feel better emotionally, and we project better, right? Step number 7, watching less television. Okay, so there's studies that show that people who watch a lot of televisions, actually their cognitive levels will decrease, their memory decrease, and also their motivation and their drive towards life decreases, and that has a huge impact on confidence. So not that TV is bad or anything like that, but if we can limit ourselves to an hour a day, it would be great. Step number 8, being able to visualize our ideal self. And again, very important. Let me just clarify this. Yes, we need to love ourselves for who we are and embrace ourselves for who we are, but we also have to have some sort of goal to be able to continue to grow ourselves, right? So if we're able to visualize the perfect version of ourselves, how does that look like? And being able to say, okay, the better version of myself looks like this. Whether it is I'm gonna work on my becoming more fit, eating healthier, whether it is working on personal development, whether it is in growing in my career, whatever it looks like, kind of like have a clear visualization of that. And then once you're able to visualize that, if you're able to create a roadmap as to how you're gonna get there, and then the final step to that would be able to become grateful or be grateful for the process as you're getting there, loving yourself at the place of where you are right now, but also being grateful that you're progressing and you're growing with each day. That's fantastic. And the last thing is being able to be helpful to the people around us. Actually, there's studies that show that when we are helpful to the people around us, our chemicals in our brain, we excrete serotonin, oxytocin, and dopamine, and those chemicals actually makes us feel good about ourselves. So being kind and helpful to the people around us is a good way to also help us work in our confidence. And then one bonus topic that I didn't write it on my notes, but I'm thinking of it right now, affirmations. That's something that I do with myself, speaking affirmations or incantations about who I am. I'm waking up every morning and saying, I am a strong, confident woman. I love myself. I love my career. I'm a nice person. All of those things that you can tell about yourself, being able to speak out those words. It's so important because when we speak it out, we're able to listen to ourselves, and something happens in here that we start believing it. So when we do that every day on a daily basis, when we're able to listen to those affirmations and speak those affirmations and actually say them in a way that we can listen to them and then feel it, and then eventually that's going to engrave into us, and then over time then we're going to start believing it. And when we believe it, our actions are going to start showing what we believe, right? Because we all know that emotions come from our thoughts, right? So emotions come from our thoughts, and then our actions come from our emotions. So if we know that our actions come from our emotions and emotions come from thought, then we have to work on our thoughts to make sure that what we're telling our mind, it's positive, so that our emotions are then that we create are positive, and then our actions are positive, and then our results are positive. So very, very important, right? So okay, so that's all I have for you guys today. I hope it was helpful. I know it is for me. This is a journey that I'm walking on myself, growing every day, and I don't know, share your thoughts. Is this helpful or not? Alright guys, send you a big hug, lots of love, lots of positivity, and until next time.